Good morning, all of you. Now, today we are going to discuss on this right hand thumb rule. Okay, so you see in the picture it is shown how this right hand thumb rule representation is there. Okay, you see that thumb indicates here. Okay, the direction of the thumb indicates the electric current. Then these curled fingers are there. Okay, see this indicates the magnetic field. Okay, develop when the current is flowing in this manner, the magnetic field is developed in this manner. Okay, so this is a convenient rule for finding out the direction of the magnetic field produced by a current flowing through an electric conductor. Okay, so if we consider that this is the electric conductor or electric current is flowing in this direction, so the magnetic field is developed around that electric current in this, and the direction will be in this manner, concentric or circular manner. So imagine that you have held the conductor in your right hand. Okay, so you have to hold that conductor in your right hand in such a way that your thumb points in the direction of the current. This then turn your fingers around the conductor. So the direction of the fingers is the direction of the magnetic lines of force. So magnetic field is developed, and the magnetic lines of force are there. Okay, my lines of forces are there created. The right hand thumb rule is called Maxwell's corkscrew rule. Okay, so what is the corkscrew rule? Here it is shown here. Okay, you see here one screw is there. Okay, and you see that direction of the magnetic field. Okay, for example, it is in this clockwise direction, and the current is there. Okay, downwards in this manner. So now magnetic field produced by the current through a circular loop of a conducting wire. Okay, now we will see magnetic field produced by current when the circular loop is there. In the previous picture we have seen that the conductor was in a straight position. Okay, now the conductor here in the circular manner. Okay, so we learn about the magnetic lines of force of a magnetic field produced by a current flowing through a straight conductor. Okay, so in the previous experiment we have seen when the straight current conductor is there, how is the direction of the magnetic field. Now what will happen to the magnetic lines of force of the field produced by a current flowing through a loop made by bending the straight wire. So what we have done here, we have made that this conductor in a circular manner. We have bended that straight wire. Okay, in that loop manner. Okay, now you see the position here, to P this point P and Q is there. Okay, and you see that how the magnetic lines are there when they very near to the circular loop or conductor. It is in a circle manner, and as it goes away, or as the distance of the magnetic lines goes on increasing, how see the position of the magnetic lines there. Okay, the lines which are very far away from this loop, no, so there is, you see how the position or arc manner. Okay, here also and here also. Okay, this is north south direction, and you see near this conductor the magnetic lines of force are there in the circular manner. As is go away, so how they are forming. Okay, away from the now in this circuit you see what is this resistance. Okay, and this arrow indicates the variable resistance. Variable resistance means we can change this. Okay, or increase or decrease the resistance. Okay, this negative and positive, and these batteries are there. This is a ammeter. Okay, that current measuring the current. Okay, this is the batteries are there. Okay, and the current is flowing through the loop. Okay, and the magnetic fields are developed. Now as we go away from this wire, the concentric circles representing the magnetic lines of force will become bigger and bigger. Already we have discussed this. The magnetic lines of a circle will become bigger and bigger as they away from the current. Now as we go through the center of the loop, the circle become so big that its arc can be shown as a straight line. So as we go away towards the center of the loop, the circle will become like an arc. Now in figure 4.8, here this one, the magnetic line of force are shown near the point P and Q only. Okay. However, they will be created near each point on the loop. Okay. So they will be, the magnetic line will be created on every point on the loop. Likewise, each point will produce magnetic field at the center of the loop. Now by making use of the right hand thumb rule, check that every point on the loop contributes the magnetic lines of force at the center of the loop, and these lines of force at the center of the loop are in the same direction. Okay, now we will see the next topic of this only. Now the intensity of magnetic field at any point produce intensity, how more magnetic or less intensity, okay, or the power of magnetic field at any point produced by a current flowing through a wire is dependent on the current. Okay, as we have seen in the experiment 4.6, this means that if there are, for example, n turns in the loop, so if we are increasing the number of loops, okay, and increasing one number loops, okay, n times or n turns are there, the magnetic field n times of that produced by a single loop will be created. More the number of loops, turns of loops, more will be the magnetic field produced. So now next is the magnetic field due to a current in a solenoid. Okay, solenoid is nothing but like a pipe only. Now how the magnetic field is produced due to a current in the solenoid? When a copper wire with a resistive coating, when some coating is given to you, to the this copper wire is wound in a chain of loops like a spring, it is called solenoid. Okay, so you see it looks like a spring only, solenoid. So when and the what are they, the copper wire is wound around that solenoid. Okay, so whenever an electric current passes through a solenoid, magnetic lines of force are produced in a pattern as shown in the figure 4.9. So you see here how this is the number of turns or number of copper wire this wounded around the this concentric circles. Okay, now you are aware of the magnetic lines of force of a bar magnet. The properties of the magnetic field of a solenoid are very similar to the other copper field. Okay, so they are very similar to the copper this one. Now one of the open ends of a solenoid acts as a magnetic north pole and south pole. Okay, so you see here a south pole and the north pole are there. So one of the open end of a solenoid, we are keeping one end open, and they act as a north pole, and the other end magnetic pole as a south pole. The magnetic line of force inside a solenoid are parallel to each other. What does it mean? So this means that the intensity of the magnetic field within a solenoid is uniform, okay, everywhere. So what they are telling, this means that the intensity or the power of the magnetic field within the solenoid is uniform everywhere. Okay, same power is there, or intensity is same. So that is the magnetic field in a solenoid is uniform. Okay, so we will stop here. In the next period we will discuss about this force acting on current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Thank you.